I will love The Last of Us season 2. But I want to get my thoughts out before I watch it, kind of as a, I don't know, a time capsule. Because also I have worries and concerns, and I already feel disappointed. And maybe that's not fair because I haven't seen it, but I feel a little disappointed. And it's not for the reasons you think, but it's kind of for the reasons you think, depending. And like, not for, I'll get into it, but the presentation is like a shitty one. It is really. Um, aren't all YouTube videos? All right. If you have not seen The Last of Us, don't watch this video. Okay, thank you. And if you haven't played the game, it won't kill you, but there'll be like minor spoilers. But technically, I guess I don't. They're very mild. I will say before I get into this, please, if you make any comments, just because I'm gonna be very vague and not try to spoil. If I not try to spoil anything, I mean I will not spoil anything. For at least season 2. Season 1, I'm gonna go with season 1, my thoughts of season 1. Just as a vibe check for you guys, and also because some of my concerns bleed into some of my gripes of season 1, and that's kind of hard to like unclick those together. And also some of my worries for season 2. So if you want to write a comment, if it has a spoiler, please just write spoiler and then reply to that comment and write the spoiler in there, whatever you want to. Just so if anyone, just so if you want to talk about something, like if you've played the second game or seen the second game, you probably might know what I'm talking about in certain points when I reference things, because I'm gonna talk in coded language, just to be clear, so I won't spoil anything, because it's not even related to the story, to be honest, other than one part. But even that part's like a minor worry that maybe is unfounded, but you know, it is what it is. Did I fuck up my notes? Why is that the first thing? I guess talk about the zombies. And by zombies I mean infected. I do like the changes they made, but also I have thoughts. Like, look at how many zombies there are there. Like, let's be honest. Like, here, same thing. Like, the way the new zombies are with interconnectedness, they kind of always go big unless, like, it seems like maybe for reasons they don't. I mean, maybe just sure, like, it just makes scenes like this where I'm just like, okay, but like, how far am I seeing them go? Shouldn't this guy definitely be connected? Maybe sure there's no one around, but if they're not that far outside of the city, shouldn't it, like, it feels like you're adding new plot holes, and that they were trying to fix plot holes by getting rid of the fog, because they were saying that because of COVID, people are more aware. Oh yeah, the interconnectedness of the zombies. Like, it just, so like, this should go for fucking miles. Like, this should probably reach where they were. I don't know. Well, okay, maybe I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert, but like, people are trying to get in. But also, I'm worried that, like, because of the new system, and also because of the complaints of how people were so upset there weren't enough zombies in the first season. I didn't care. I liked the character drama. That was the best part. I liked it personally. I like the second show. I'm torn apart for this. I like the TV show more than the game, story wise. If the TV show was turned into a game, it would be a walking sim. Just as walking sim with an intense, like, Resident Evil 7 moments, which is not bad, but it would not be as fun to me as what The Last of Us is. Because I definitely, I think they did a great job in season 1, and I'll talk about different episodes too. Once I'm done with some of my gripes / worries. But I'm also worried that, like, the more bombastic they'll go, the more like they'll start trying to go over the top. Editing Mel in the future. This is definitely not going to be posted before the TV show is out. Especially at this rate. I am nitpicking also, and cherry picking, because there are like the clicker scenes, and in the kayfabe, fuck it, what am I doing? I'll just go find the scene to add into this. In the kayfabe, they're like, oh, it's dead. The I don't know what to call the fungus underground. And then okay, which all that is minor shit, but I'm sure people have said they liked it, but I mean, a friend's taste is different, so you never know. But I do regret that probably my favorite scene is not going to be there because of the differences of how there's no spores. Holy shit, finally I remembered what it was. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Spores, holy shit. It took so fucking long. The difference between the spores and the mouth tentacles, which, I mean, the mouth tentacles are cool. I just feel like they just didn't want to deal with the mass. And like, I get it. I definitely get it. And then yeah, that's everything. Definitely nothing else. Definitely just gonna add the next picture. Don't remember putting an elephant in here. Why would there be an elephant in the room? Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. The fucking what is this? It's just weird. It's just weird. What? It's not like all the changes. I think they really added to the show, but it's just kind of a weird vibe. It just doesn't match. And also the implications, I just don't want to think about. Just, but like, they're so close because like this scene is like
Right now! What are we doing, Joe?
Joel, that weapon still has still has hits, and also excuse me, that takes 2 hits from a melee weapon unless you hit them with like a fucking brick. um, this scene is fucking perfection. I love this fucking scene. It's so good. Like I love zombie. I love all zombie media. The only this is like 100% comparable and even probably even better than like The Walking Dead's first episode. And I love the fucking Walking Dead's first episode, and Fear the Walking Dead's first episode. I love fucking both of them. Even though Fear the Walking Dead was, I think sometimes the acting was bad. There was something weird, or maybe it was the writing. Did they use ADR or something? I remember something being off about the first season. Something feeling weird, and I just got weird in that. I'm gonna be honest. When Morgan took over the show, I was like, "Fuck this." I stopped watching. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I love zombie media, but I did stop watching Walking Dead after like fucking season 5 because I just got tired of that shit. I just didn't enjoy it anymore. But side tangent away. My final thing with The Infected is a side effect of The Last of Us being so popular. I'm not going to tell you what this is from. You're probably not going to know unless you've actually seen the TV show, because it does not seem anywhere near what the original video game is based on. If you don't want to see it, because I'm not going to tell you what it is, you just don't want to be spoiled on whatever because it's upcoming. Timestamp is in front of you. You have 1, 2, 3.
It looked like a nerd spores at first, but I think it's some kind of parasite.
Stay where you are. I'm on my way to you.
So it's just very, very different, and it feels like they were inspired how easily more budget friendly those guys were and how popular it was. Maybe that's not fair. Maybe it isn't. I'll see when I watch it, because I will watch it one day. Just not sober. not sober at all. So let's get into the episodes. I loved episode 1/2. The fact that they combined the episodes circled me. Episode. Actually, let me actually go to the. Alright, let's talk about the episodes. So you can get a vibe check. Love this episode. Perfection. Definitely. Already commented on it. Affected. Yeah, already commented on it technically.
Side job and the government are all Nazis. The government are all Nazis. Well, yeah.
Love this episode. I will say, it did make me realize I kind of just like new shit, like in new media. Like it made me really appreciate the Fallout 76 show, not Fallout 76. It made me really appreciate the Fallout. Oh, that's what I was looking for earlier. Fuck yeah, remember? Because like this shit is bombing. It was so fucking good. I'm so excited for season 2. Like you can tell they just fucking love the they love the games, and like they took a lot from all the games and meshed them into a really fun TV show that kind of just gets the vibe completely. And like I love that there's a ghoul cowboy, just like the games. I will say I don't remember if Lucy drank any Nuka-Cola, and so I hope they have both versions, the old versions and the new versions from like Fallout 3 Nuka-Cola versus Fallout 4 Nuka-Cola. Fallout 4 I'm obsessed. Kind of fucking the brown bottles. It's kind of fucking ugly. Like, the shape is aesthetically pleasing, but like if it was glass, yeah, but also that'd be a fucking nightmare to make out of glass. And then episode 3/4. I kind of wish they would just fucking combine the episode. It would have just been. I know they wouldn't have gotten as much ratings. 45 minutes. 59 minutes. Okay. Well, how long was the first episode? This is real ass long. 81 minutes. Okay, it would have been like a movie length at that point, I will say. But in my opinion, I enjoyed Kathleen. It definitely. I have thoughts about her later in this terrible presentation, but I enjoyed her acting was superb. The actress. I love that they had Tommy's actor as her backup as Perry. I like that she kind of broke the the mold of a leader, and like her fucking sadistic. She's so fucking sadistic. She's so psycho. She got the shit done though. She got it done. But I definitely I have other thoughts about her too. What is it? Episode. Okay, for episode 4. Them changing it from Pittsburgh to Candace. I'm ambivalent about it. I don't. What the fuck was an episode? Oh, I do love. Episode 6 was awesome. I love Maria is so much better in the fucking TV show. They just okay. Gamers have short attention spans. Okay, well, that's not fair. Gamers have long and short attention. It's so weird. So many games we could have such short cutscenes, and people complain they're too long. Like I was literally cutting up my Horizon Zero Dawn footage, and at the most, it was like 5 minutes of like a cutscene of talking to someone, but you didn't have to talk to the person if you didn't want to. And I was watching someone's video about how they didn't like the game, which that's fair if people don't like it. And they were complaining about how there's too much talking. I'm like, but that's optional talking. You don't. It's like Mass Effect. You don't have to fucking speak to people if you don't want to. Like, I don't understand. Like some people, I like. Also, maybe they're not used to. Well, okay, that's not fair. I don't want to be reductive. Like reduce their experiences in the game. I don't know. I don't know how far their game experience is. Like, I don't know. I'm used to like Baldur's Gate. We spend fucking hours. Or I watched my friend defeat fucking Death Stranding, and the ending was like 5 fucking hours. We were trying to go to bed. We were like, God damn, if you end this, we don't think it'll save. So we're panicking, just being like, when will this end? We want to go to bed. Oh, oops, I did not put this. Okay, there's a Frank West joke I didn't put out. That was episode 6. I love the communist joke. That was really funny. The fight was really realistic. I don't know if I like them removing you're walking in very thin ice. I get why they removed it, because the Joels are very different at this point in the game and in the TV show. Joel in the game is so fucking angry. He's kind of just a douchebag the whole time. But he's also like a machine. But Joel in the TV show at this point has like shown he has a softer side. He's like had panic attacks, which I do love how they show that in how they visualize that after he walks out of the cabin with the 2 First Nations people and after they robbed them of the rabbit. I don't know if they put it back. I can't remember if they put it back. I think he told her to put it back, and he was having a panic attack after hearing about the dead bodies. That's so. I mean, it's smart. It's smart. I appreciate how practical that is. From Jackson, episode 7. I don't actually have a. Wait, did he? Wait, episode 7 is. Fuck, I need to just go check. Alright, episode 7 is Left Behind. Ooh, yeah, episode 7 was. It was so cute. I enjoyed Left Behind. It was heartbreaking as expected. The fact that it was a real mall in Canada is fucking awesome. And that they added the top section of CGI is cool. The fact that you can see Canadian brands in the background is funny too. I kind of like they left it in. That's kind of fun. I don't remember if anything else happens other than her searching for supplies. Ooh, episode 8. Okay, so like, well, I didn't like the change in infected. I would say for I mean, I think it works. And obviously I love Long Time. It's a beautiful episode. Did I talk about Long Time? Fuck, did I skip it? God, you know, my note system is fucked, but I've already fucked up my own system, and I'm already too deep into this. How far are we in? 30 minutes? Jesus Christ, I'm just gonna cut a bunch of this out. But I love Long Time. Beautiful story. Oh, my one gripe. Oh, fuck, that's why I forgot about it. That's why I had the Frank there. Oh my god. That's why he wasn't just a meme. Well, of course he wasn't just a fucking meme. This was my note system. Why did I think it was just a meme? Fuck, I'm so fucking stupid. Alright, okay, another gripe. Sorry to shove this in. But I guess not gripe. It's just, I feel like Frank and Bill dying kinda not lessons, but I think it doesn't make the other deaths that happen hit as hard, because like
Oh my god.
that shit just comes out of nowhere. Where like once Bill died, and Frank died, people were way more prepared for it, and like by prepared I mean like were way more suspicious of Henry and Sam's death. And by people I mean literally my family when they were watching. My sister and my mom, because we watched it different times together, and they were both so suspicious, and they kept asking me and so many questions that I had to field. Try not to tell you anything, but also not be too vague. It's quite difficult. But okay, let's talk about. Sorry for skipping around, but let's get back to it. Up to that shit. I can't believe it is kind of funny how I fucked up. I really did fuck up my own note system. All right, so episode 8. Also, so yeah, I didn't like the change with episode 2 with the weirdness. Some people were shocked. Like I know this YouTuber, he's really awesome. I watch him all the time. This is not my real account, so I'm not subbed on this one. But he was shocked that what David tried to do. It's just like I kind of always got the implication from like there's like I'm moving on. So in a video game, they're not going to show that, but they'll usually imply that. Tomb Raider's one thing. Tomb Raider, were like there's oh my God, there's a death in there. I'm just like I'm pretty sure they're just implying that he was gonna rape her. And like. And this scene, I always felt like, because David was always, some people, I know even the actor for David was like, oh, he's like a father. I'm like, ooh, that's not what I ever got. And also when he gets on top of her, I'm like, that's not what I like, yeah, in the game he kills you, but I always got the implication that it was not a nice thing. And like, you know, I don't blame people for not getting the same implication. Maybe I might have just gone like my guess or my instinct, but also I feel vindicated that, you know, not vindicated. Not that I like it also. I said that. Not that I like the scene. I don't consider it an upgrade or downgrade. It doesn't really make me want to rewatch episode. I mean, so I guess it's a downgrade because I do want to replay the game. But that's because I like the combat. But I would rewatch it if I was watching it with I guess if my twin wanted to watch it, I'd watch it with him. Sorry. All right, and then episode 9. Loved the episode. Love seeing the cast of Critical Role. The lovely Ashley Johnson as Ellie's mom, and also the original voice actress for Ellie. Fucking awesome. That was the best thing ever. I fucking loved it. And then Laura Bailey was awesome, and I loved every moment. No one else was on there, I think. If they were, I don't know. And then I hope. Oh, I will say, I do hope that all the actors and actresses and non-binary performers, let's say performers, get the same, have gotten the same respect by getting to be as Easter eggs in the show that all these people did. Because yeah, there was Tommy's actor, Joel's actor, literally was the henchman for David, got his ass beat. Did Tessa's actor get a cameo? That's what it's called, a cameo. Oh, it kind of fucked up. Actually, I kind of hate that they were gonna do a test scene about her backstory and they didn't, and I just feel like she kind of got shafted. And that's, I'm gonna be honest, if they this is a deep thought. This is me going off the deep end at this point. I think if all the genders were reversed of all the characters, I don't think they would have had that scene with the fucking kissing thing. Or if it was Bill or Frank, I just don't think they would have had that scene. It's just a lot of fun. Okay, back to the show. I do love it though. I do love the show. You just haven't heard me, if you even got this far. If you even got this far, you just heard me praise lots of it and also give some gripes of it, because I mean it's everything I want and more of the adaptation that they did. And I was excited the moment I saw the picture. I was hyped. I mean, I was not excited. Well, I wasn't worried, but I was curious about how, okay, no, to be fair, I was curious how Pedro and Bella would do at the time when I was watching, because I didn't think Pedro could pull off Joel's look, and I thought it was too different. And then now I'm a mess. I prefer for Pedro's Joel to Troy Baker's Joel, even though I do think Troy Baker's voice acting is like super, but like Joel's just kind of angry asshole, kind of, I won't. And then wedding scene. Oh, okay. Also, I'm gonna be honest. I know the fall wasn't realistic in episode 5. I know it wasn't realistic, but like, girl, just getting stabbed with a fucking baseball bat. I feel like they could have done better. I feel like I needed a second draft. I feel like there could have been a different, like a more interesting way to do that scene. But it is what it is. I did like it. I just, you don't even know what happened. At least the other one is at least dramatic. It's a whole ass, and like the whole shooting, even though that's very unrealistic, he's like bleeding out. He'd be dead at that point, but it's a spectacle. I just feel like it doesn't have the same. It doesn't have the same motion. Even I'm gonna be honest, even him falling is kind of him falling to the ground and being unconscious is kind of limp feeling. Like it doesn't. I don't know how to. He got the job done, but the horse is a little too still, and I just, it feels like someone's holding the horse. That's not a fair criticism. It's just at this point we're just throwing it out there, we're throwing everything out there. Just remembering that scene and thinking how it's just like kind of an odd scene. Maybe I just need another take. I just maybe need another take. But what didn't need another take was episode 9. Okay, okay. This is my last nitpick. My opine. Pedro's hair. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Some of the hairdresser. I know it's windy. I think they're trying to go for the windy vibe, but it's so distracting to me during the scene. It's just like.
Not much further now.
Hey, wait.
Like over tussled is what I want to.
Back in Kansas City, you asked me about the first time I killed someone. When I got bit in the mall, I wasn't on my own. My best friend was there, and she got bit too. We didn't know what to do, and she says, "We can just wait it out, be all poetic, and just lose our minds together." And then she did, and I had to. Her name was Riley, and she was the first to die. And then it was Tess, and then Sam.
That's not on you.
I know, but...
Look, sometimes things don't work out the way we hope. You can feel like you've come to an end, and you don't know what to do next. But if you just keep going, you find something new to fight for. And maybe that's not what you want.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna be honest. After watching Bella Ramsey's performance, I no longer believe that there's a clear answer on there's an unclear answer on whether Ellie believes Joel or not. um, and my opinion and thoughts. I mean, if she kills it, I don't think she buys his shit. I don't think she fucking buys any of it. I think that's why they also cut the line. They cut a line where she says about she talks about wanting to die. I think because this Ellie's angrier. I'm gonna be honest. This Ellie's a lot angrier than the game Ellie, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of they've swapped the kind of dynamics where the game Ellie was closer originally in personality to, I would say, like Clementine from The Walking Dead, kind of like a sweet little girl. I mean, like obviously she stabs him in the first game. She's abrasive and also, but like curious. We're like, I can't say anything else. But we're in the TV show. She's much more angrier, and I mean, her killing the zombie. I don't think in-game Ellie would do that, and maybe that's not a fair assessment. But I feel like no, I think that's fair. Actually, I don't think she would have done that because I mean they didn't depict it. I guess this is kind of the second draft of the game. All right, let's get into. I am excited. No, I am disappointed, and it has to do with a certain character they cast. And I've loved all their castings. I think they've done a fantastic job. But in the second game, there's a buff character. Like, you know, like Zarya. The buff character like Zarya. And the person they cast, I'm sure she'll do a great job. But it just feels like a little bit like they just cast like a Scarlett Johansson, like a little twig. and then like that's fine. They said they had this person in mind, which that's good. I understand. They'll probably do a great job. But then they started like what the fuck are my notes? I don't know. What are my notes? I think I fucked up my notes because why is it's fine. But then it's just they comment on it because people are like, why didn't you choose them? And then the creator slash director, he says, that her game, the character's gameplay had to be different than Ellie's, and that their mechanics were closer to Joel's. So it was essential to justify her strength and fighting style. Which okay, sure. And then Craig Mazin, the other director who's adapting the TV show with the game director, he says his appearance opens the door to explore who she is in this more vulnerable body, while posing a challenge about how to protect her strong spirit and formidable nature about this feature. It's still unclear how the show presents this. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, sorry, I don't care about that part. I do love the TV show. The first season. Sunlit dream pulls me out of sleep. Feel the morning through the blinds. I turn my head to meet your sun-kissed face in this quiet place. I can give you. So they said that recently. So I'm just gonna pull out. You know, when was this from? February 2024. Director wanted the actress playing this character to bulk up. I was training like crazy. Then I got pregnant. There's something interesting in the character feeling a lot like Joel. That's just a quote they had there. Sorry, I'm just reading it. So I'm interested. The character evolved over time. It looks very different. Blah blah. Don't care. But the fired team also. No, I think whatever. Oh no, I didn't want this. Okay, so the character evolved over time. If you look at the concept art, the character looked very different when we ended up. I don't remember at which point we ended up. No, sorry. The character evolved over time. If you look at the concept art, the character was very different from where we ended up. I don't remember at which point we decided to go with someone really muscular and broad, but I remember once the idea came up, it felt really fresh. The director says. Around the 35-minute mark of you know, this nice documentary they did about the second game. Don't watch it if you haven't seen the second season. The team also wanted the character to mirror Joel's movement and stand in contrast to Ellie's moveset. There's something interesting in Ellie feeling a lot like Joel. And I don't know, it's a little weird that the director literally told Laura Bailey, oh, you should probably be buff if you're gonna play her. Yet it's only a game mechanic when it's a TV show. It just feels a little, I don't know, it just feels like you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. And you're also pissing and telling me it's rain. Like, I don't, it also feels a little disrespectful, I'm gonna be honest. It just feels like a little, like saying that, like, you know, like if you're muscular, like, it's not saying anything about them, but it's just like, putting the chance to someone, with a different body type. And when they wanted the brownie points or for it to be different, they did that. And they did that when they could to try and, I don't know. So like some of the changes definitely felt like I like Kathleen, but she kind of feels like her storyline feels like a reaction maybe a softening of something. And I just feel like I don't know what it could be. And I'm just speaking out of my ass, but I just feel like it could be something. And like people, this part's gonna be real big because I can't say anything about spoilers. I will spoil links, but like the actress got death threats. So, like people are still gonna be mad no matter what when it comes to this situation. Because I don't know why people reaction to they don't like make a YouTube video if you don't like something or have a great fucking send difference. What the fuck? People need to be normal. But like the main like the thing that kind of pissed me off where like they
One of the
talk so much
characters
about
that we see in the show, namely with Sam, who, like Kevon, is deaf. We got to talk about it.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Why make that change?
It started with a bit of a weird worry I had. I became nervous that there was a mode of communication between Joel and Ellie that I didn't want to feel like I was repeating between Henry and Sam, because as Neil points out, in the game, you don't spend time with Henry and Sam on their own, ever. But if they are on their own, and we knew we wanted to do that, well, what do those discussions sound like? And it could very easily fall into the trap of exasperated father figure and curious, concerned, scared child figure. And so I was looking for a way to change that mode of communication. We'd also talked a little bit about making Sam younger, because we liked the idea that Ellie would have somebody that could look up to her, you know, the way that she looked up to Joel. It may have happened because it was sort of on my mind a little bit. So I'd been watching this show called This Close by a woman named Shoshana Stern and a guy named Josh Feldman, who co-created it and wrote it and acted in it, and they're both deaf. And it is about two best friends navigating the world and what it's like when you're both trying to find love in your own life. And Josh is gay and plays a gay character, so there's no romance between them. It's about their friendship and how they navigate, but also how they navigate the world as deaf people when they're dealing with other people who aren't deaf. And I became friendly with Shoshana. So it was just sort of like banging around my head. And then I was like, well, so this was one of those moments where I called up Neil and I'm like, I have a radical suggestion. So I said, what if Sam was deaf? It automatically brings a certain kind of intimacy to those scenes because they're quiet, which I love. This is a lot of talking. This is a very verbal show. And Ellie talks a lot. And it was interesting to sort of see what would it be like if it were just quieter. And also put Sam and Henry in this bubble that had to expand to include Joel and Ellie, because it had been so quiet between the two of them since obviously they use sign language. And Neil said, go fuck yourself. He did not.
Basically. I believe I said, you motherfucker. I wish I had thought of that.
It's a term of endearment.
Oh, no question. It's when Neil's like, oh, I wish I'd done it. Then I'm like, oh, okay, we're onto something. And it was important for us. I just want to be clear, like, as we went through it, I had my guesses as to how these things would work, but I actually then, we hired Shoshana. Young. Let's just talk about how we even found him. We were in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, we had created, it was one thing to say on the phone, hey, Neil, here's an idea. Why don't we cast this kid? And so now we're like, okay, here's the casting call. What we said to Vicky Thomas, our casting director, we were looking for a black kid between the ages of 8 and 11. We'd like him to be shorter than Ellie, Bella is not a tall person, and he has to be deaf. And he has to be fluent in American Sign Language, which not all deaf kids necessarily are. Some of them have been trained more to read lips, but most of them are. Or BASL, by the way, because there's Black American Sign Language, which is actually different than American Sign Language. And guess what? Not a ton of people. And you're like, oh, it's frustrating because I know the problem is the pipeline. It's a pipeline problem. It's not are there kids out there who can do it problem. So we're running out of time. The traditional methods are not working.
I would also point out one really important component to that casting call is they have to be able to act.
Well, then there's that.
Being able to find someone who fits the demographic is one thing.
Yeah.
We found someone.
Then they also have to be able to act and act really well. And so after a certain point, we were like really up against it. We needed to cast somebody. And I just went, fuck it. And made like a Google email for our casting and just went on Twitter. And I just said, here's what we're looking for. Open to the world. Send us stuff. And I thought we were going to get 80 auditions. I think we got 5.
Wow.
And one of them was Kevon. Now, Kevon wasn't just the best of the 5. He was astonishing. I mean, this is where you start to think maybe this is a simulation because, I mean, I have never been in a circumstance where a kid who has never really acted on film before shows up and is so naturally good at it and is a joy to have around.
Okay, now for that. So I just, I just feel like they put so much effort to find this deaf little boy, but they couldn't find a buff person to play a character. And I don't think they really tried, to be honest. I don't think they gave a shit. It was interesting at the time when they made the game, and then I think things happened, and then I think I just think I have some Minecraft screenshots they should see. I think there's some nice ones in here. There was one I did want to take a screenshot of because it is very pretty. Unless I fucking lost it. I did. It's really nice. I think it was using trapdoors as like the roof of the hen house. That's actually like a fucking cool design. That's a cool design. Ooh, I mean, I have seen that, but I don't like the chicken doing that. It's kind of shit. Now I'm just reviewing people's. Oh, that's cute. What? That's not. What is that? That's not a fucking. Is that real? I don't. Not. I need to fucking. I don't need to quote this. Yeah. So you know, in other terms. And that's it. It's been an hour. I'm gonna cut this down. And
all I wanna be is someone who gets to see a giant woman. All I wanna do is help you turn into a giant woman, a giant woman. All I wanna be is someone who gets to see a giant woman. Oh, I know it'll be great, and I just can't wait to see the person you are. Together, if you give it a chance, you could do a huge dance because you are a giant woman. You might even like being together, and if you don't, it won't be forever. But if it were me, I really would.
Oh, also I have other issues with the character not being buff. And like the dynamic that causes for the second game, but I will not spoil it here. So ooh, actually this isn't that. I do also worry because I worry that they have made other changes because of the climate, and those changes would have changed a character I really liked, and I am worried they are cowards. And the only thing I'll say is he is my favorite character in the game, and that's it. Bye. I hope his actor gets to play him. And if I don't see him, if he's not in the, I'm looking mad. If he's not in the fucking, I won't watch again.
Wanna be a giant woman, a giant woman. All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman.
Is it fog? No, it's smoke. No, particles. No. I feel like I'm getting closer, but I'm not. Microbes. No. The gray filter. Just call it the gray filter. The gray filter. We have to put on your mask or you'll die.